Hey, aloha guys. Eric West here, HawaiiRealEstate.org. I'm back, as promised. It's another beautiful day here on Maui. The monk seal yesterday was amazing, but we got more amazing stuff today. If you're new to the channel, I'm all about teaching you everything you need to know about Hawaii and its real estate. And today I'm going to talk about the top 10 things to do when you come to Maui after COVID, because it's a whole new world in my opinion, and the whole perspective of a Hawaiian vacation. I want to reframe the whole thing, give you like a new paradigm. But let's start out with some inspiration right here. Check this out. Ready? Look at that. Wow. I've lived here almost 10 years and I still get here and go, wow. Seriously, I'm not expecting this stuff. It just happens. And I go, that is really cool. I'm trying to zoom in there a little bit for you guys, but look at that. That is just fantastic. Just gorgeous, man. Yeah, seriously. Again, we could just stop right here and the live, I think, would have been worth tuning in. But I'm still going to deliver some excitement today, I promise. Because for me, honestly, this is kind of a break in my day as well. You know, I do work all day long, get up around 5, go for a run, and then I work. I'm a working man. I'm a practicing real estate agent here in the state of Hawaii on the island of Maui. And no, this whole video is not just a plug for my real estate services, but please do call me if you're ever in the market. I mean, I'm not stupid, you know what I mean? So, would appreciate the business. But seriously, this is a break for me as well. And man, I need to get in that water and refresh and go for a run or just do something at the end of a working day. So this is how we unwind on Maui. So what are we gonna do, guys? Here's what we're gonna do. Ready? I'm gonna turn this around real quick and I'll give you a quick overview. And again, to that one guy that's always like, quit looking at the camera. Sorry, man, I gotta talk to the people, man, gotta talk. So here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna go for another tour. Now, if you remember the other day, we stopped the tour right here. Remember that 3-mile walk I took you all on? All the way from Honopi'ilani Park to right there. The shower ended up at is right over there somewhere. So guess what? If you do that walk, you can just continue down to here. And then there's a whole bunch of more sidewalk right on the ocean. I wanna show it to you. You've probably driven past it 1,000 times and maybe you didn't notice it, but this is a great thing to do when you're on Maui. So the first paradigm shift is this. When you come here, try to live maybe the Hawaiian lifestyle. And I'm gonna explain to you what I believe the Hawaiian lifestyle is, and reduce stress, increase health, bring it down, you know, and maybe not so much, you know, gaining weight and drinking booze, but maybe try to reset physically, mentally, emotionally in a new way that I think everyone needs right now. Everyone's been at home drinking this whole time, pretty much what I've heard. So let's do something different maybe on that next Maui trip, you know? So I'm gonna talk about that a little bit. And of course, I've got my trusty one wheel right here. Look at that, boom, ready to go. And we're gonna go on this tour. It's gonna be fun. So the first thing to do on my list, because I know everyone's gonna be like, hey, I clicked the video, I wanna know what's the top things to do in Maui. So the first one, the new paradigm shift is this, ready? Nothing. That's a concept right there. Just don't do anything. Just come here and just chill out and, you know, read a book, sit in the sand, like these folks over here, right? They're literally doing nothing. So a lot of people come to Maui and Hawaii and they just go crazy. They go and do all these activities and that's all great. I mean, I'm for that. But just as an idea, make your next trip over here all about nothing. So it's kind of paradoxical, kind of the paradigm, what to do on Maui. The first thing I'm going to suggest is don't do anything. Just sit and relax and just, okay, so there's more, I promise, there's more. The next thing would be more activity-based, all right, which is exercise every day. And one way you can do is you can take an exploratory ride with one of the canoe clubs. This is the Nepili Canoe Club, but there's one in Kihei. And a lot of them are doing these rides. Again, I don't know if they've started again with COVID, but that would be something to put on your list of things to check out because it's really cool. You can go out first thing in the morning and paddle with these guys, and it's cool. And now you're gonna feel kind of like a Hawaiian because that's what they love to do. And if you can't do that, then I'm gonna suggest first thing in the morning, get out on the water and paddle, whether it be on a paddle board or a surfboard, but just get out on that blue ocean and start paddling. It's a great way to exercise. It brings in your balance. By the way, just to orientate you guys real quick, I'm right here by the cemetery right here. You've probably seen this. There's the highway there, Honopi'ilani Highway, West Maui Mountains. I'm on the very south end of Kaanapali. And real quick, I'm just going to show you this beach walk, how it continues on even past. So literally you could go all the way from Honopi'ilani Park in Honokauai all the way down to Front Street. And then actually you just continue on Front Street. So the third thing, besides getting on the water and paddling, the third thing is to make your next trip to Maui all about hiking. So hiking could mean just going on this beach path every day and just putting on some serious miles. Walking, because walking is super healthy. Don't ever think it isn't. If you do anything every day, at a very minimum, go outside and go for a walk. If you're in the frozen north right now and it's cold outside, that's cool. Just bundle up, get out there, walk. Walking is really a huge key to your physical fitness. It's not about necessarily going to the gym and doing push-ups, and you know, that's all good, don't get me wrong, but the basics, the very foundation is movement. They've studied the blue zones, right, where people live past 100, and they all live in communities where they walk everywhere. And so that's a big part. So at a very minimum, get up and walk. Next level would be, hey, maybe you get up and you run a portion of this every day. Running, to me, is the best exercise for losing weight. Run before you go for, before you eat, right? In the morning, do a fasted run, and that helps boost your metabolism. You burn the most amount of energy, or fat, I should say, because you're not burning what's in your blood, in your stomach. So that's number 3. Go for a hike, go for a run. So we have paddling, we have nothing. Okay, number 1's nothing. Number two, I like number 1. Number 2 is get on the water and paddle. No, it was go for a paddle with the canoe club, or paddle on your own on the ocean. Number 3 is start hiking. Now you can start hiking on these ocean front walks that I'm taking you on, or believe it or not, there's lots of hikes. There's a beautiful hike up in Kapalua. Thumbs up if you've been on that hike before. And then that one actually goes way back in the mountains at D.T. Fleming, so you can keep going up into the hills. So the West Maui Mountains way up there, tons of hiking. So get outside and start to enjoy Maui without necessarily, engaging in activity business. Now I'm going to endorse those guys, don't get me wrong, but there's lots of things that you can do here without having to go pay someone to help you go do them. So if you need a paddle board, call 808 Boards. They will deliver them right to your door and pick them up when you leave. There's some ab workout going there. She's got the right idea. Beautiful spot to work out, huh? Look at these buddies down here doing some fishing. But isn't this nice? These big, beautiful beach parks right here by the ocean. And this is all very good snorkeling here as well. If you ever want to snorkel a good spot, try to go where there's not a lot of people and you're going to see more fish. But there's tons of turtles, tons of fish right in here. Me and my boys have spearfished it many times. Oh, that smells good. Whatever they're barbecuing, man, I want some right now. I'm so hungry. I didn't eat lunch today. Whew. By the way, we just passed the spot where Calvary Chapel does their churches on Sunday morning. It's a great service. Thumbs up if you've ever attended it. How's it? Beautiful tree, look at that. It's like a big monster bonsai. Wow. Got some public restrooms over here and a nice shower to the left. Isn't this nice? I mean, this is cool. Hit me in the comments section if you've ever been here or if this is brand new to you. If you're like, wow, I didn't know this existed. All public accessible. And again, part of my messaging here is if you're going to come to Hawaii, always remember this. Maui no ka oi. That means Maui's the best. So if you're going to buy a condo or house or land, this is the spot. Yes, sir. Best place to come, best island. Why they call it that? Well, this is where the Hawaiian royal family came. They obviously ruled the whole kingdom and they could have vacationed anywhere. They chose the west side of Maui. Tells you something, right? They also had Lahaina as the capital. It is the original capital of Hawaii, not Oahu. Okay, moving on the list here. Where are we at? I think we're at number 4. See? She took my advice on do nothing. That's good. Doing nothing is very good. Okay, number 4. Now, I have made a video called Maui Top 10 Things to Do. So I already covered all the majors. I'll put a link to it in the description. I'll flash it up at the end of this video so you can watch my official video on things to do on Maui. But this is the new age. This is COVID. This is post-COVID. What are we going to do to rebuild ourselves mentally and spiritually? And on that note, number 4 is attend church while you're here, or synagogue, or temple, or whatever it is that you do spiritually. Make that a part of your vacation. Go practice your spiritual practice wherever it is, however it is, and you know, reconnect with the universe, God, Jesus, however you perceive that. Make that part of your stay. Because this is a great place to do it. Because if you ever get confirmation that there is a God, in my opinion, you're going to get it here. Why? Because of the sheer beauty. It's truly breathtaking. Okay, number 5. Dietary changes. If you want to live like a Hawaiian, or a person that lives in Hawaii, or whatever the politically correct term is that I'm supposed to use, someone that lives the Hawaiian lifestyle, in my opinion, you have to eat correctly. And I have another video I made called Top 10 Things Nobody Will Tell You About Moving to Hawaii. One of the things I say is, you're going to eat better when you live here. I don't know why, you just eat better. I don't know why, it just inspired me to eat better. I felt better, I ate better. So one of the things you can eat while you're here is lots of fish, right? You're by the ocean. Take advantage of that resource. Thumbs up if you've ever had poke. Poke is like, I call it the crack cocaine of protein. Nothing will give you more energy than a blast of poke. It's raw ahi tuna. I know it sounds kind of crazy, but we've eaten, you know, thousands of pounds of it. It won't get you sick. It literally is life. So while you're here, one of the things you can do is switch up the diet. You know, I live out of my Vitamix. I mean, my Vitamix is my best friend. And part of that is because I can put healthy stuff in there, grind it up, and it tastes good. So while you're here, one of the things you can do on Maui is switch up the diet and just see how much energy you can get. Because to me, there is an energy that you feel when you're here. It's a definite thing. You know, my kids had a shirt when we first moved here. You know how they have the monster energy, you know, with the claws, monster energy? We had one that said Maui energy with the claws, the green claws, because there's energy here, man. It'll get you fired up. So when you're here, see how much of that you can harness by drinking tons of water. Matter of fact, on the Big Island, shout out to the Big Island, there's this water that they harvest from, I don't know, 10,000 feet below the surface of the ocean, and there's a freshwater lake literally inside the ocean by the Big Island, and you can buy that water. Commit to drinking a gallon of that every day while you're here. Clean out the system. And of course, while you're at it, take some bioastin, which is a beautiful supplement that is made on the Big Island. That stuff will jack you up in a good way. It's the same stuff that salmon eat, the same whatever, algae or whatever that makes them turn pink. That's the same stuff that's in bioastin. All right, number 5, diet, supplementation. Matter of fact, I have a client that reached out to me a number of months ago, and he's a big health nut, and he told me about, you know, taking these wheatgrass, dried wheatgrass, and these other dried, you know, grasses, and I've been putting that in my smoothies every day, and man, talk about the energy. It's crazy. So all these little tips, I believe, we get for a purpose, because all of a sudden we put that in our diet and it starts to combat something going on in our body that's not healthy. And I believe all the answers to fixing our disease are within the plants that God gave us. And we just got to eat them. And they make us feel mo better, as they say in Pidgin. Okay, here we go. Still on this beach walk. How cool is this, right? It just keeps going. It's nuts. Well, right when I say that, it ends. All right. So I'm going to turn around here. I'm going to have to jump off and then turn around. There we go. Beautiful shot there of the ocean. And now we're just going to head back. And we're going to cover the last of the top 10 things to do while you're on Maui, the new COVID, the new way of thinking. I hope this is okay. I hope this is helping you get your Maui fix here today. It's going to be a beautiful sunset, I feel. Still have that south swell. I think it's a south swell, still pumping a little bit. Had a beautiful surf session last night after my live. The sunset was just amazing. I mean, one of the best I've ever seen. I kind of wish I would have gone live for it, but I was all wet riding overhead sets with my boy. Trying to keep the camera focused on the beauty. Oh, wow. Gorgeous. Okay, number 6 is probably something you've done already, but if you haven't, I'm going to put it on the list. And that is a sunset sail. If you haven't done one out of Kanapali, you can do one with just cocktails. You can do another one with food. Now that you've been rested and you've been exercised and you've been eating good, take a little time and just enjoy this experience out there on the water. Hula Girl is a great outfit. Terralani, Sail Maui, all thumbs up or shout outs. Hit me in the comments if you've sailed with any of those folks. That's a definite must do, and it's not that expensive. Of course, the Pacific Whale Foundation does those evening dinner tours. I don't know if they've started up again, but that's another option to consider. Number 7, go up to Kula Farms. We call it the pumpkin patch, Kula Farms, where you buy the strawberries and pick a pumpkin. Beautiful views up there. If you haven't done that, definitely worth the trip, and make sure that you visit their little organic kind of store. I don't know if it's organic, but they have all the produce, and they've got the most beautiful jams and honeys and fresh produce that you can buy right there. But you go up there just for the views. And then if you haven't checked out the lavender farm up at Poli Poli, that's very close. And then cruise all the way up Poli Poli. That's a road that's very windy. You're not going to make it to the top of Haleakala, but it looks like you are. And Poli Poli, let me know if you go. And when you take a deep breath of air, fresh air up there in Poli Poli, you tell me if it's not the most freshest air you've ever inhaled in your lungs. And that is just a great thing to go do. And while you're out that direction, keep going out to Tedeschi, or now it's called the Maui Winery, I think. Used to be called the Tedeschi Winery. You're going to pass Oprah's Ranch on the way. But do a trip to the upcountry. And on your way back, stop in Makawao and visit some of the shops there and buy some cool stuff. I did a whole video on Makawao a week or so ago. Check it out. But isn't this cool? I mean, did you know that this little beach was even here? Very, very popular beach with the kids because these little waves come in right here and they like to, you know, they're not too big, you know, just shore breakers. Nice little stretch of sandy beach right there. Again, bathroom, showers. All right, number 8. It's for all my hunters out there. I know I got some gentlemen watching this right now that are my fellow compadres from back in the day, Bass Pro Shops. I used to work for Cabela's. Oh, bro, thank you. That's too much. Every live I get somebody. It's too much. He almost got in a car crash. How do you know I was filming? I guess the one wheel gave it away. But for my fellow hunters, man, I'm so jealous of you guys right now if you're sitting in a tree stand chasing whitetails, because that's all I used to want to do in my previous life. Had to give it up for the surf, sun, and the waves, but hey, for you hunters out there, and I know I see you when you come here because you got the camo hats on, you're out there, you know, got your fishing rods, trying to get your fix, get a little tug on the line, but guess what? Maui has got great hunting. Lanai and Molokai, pig. So the easiest one is go for a pig hunt. There's plenty of guides here that'll take you out for a day. Guaranteed, man, you will get a pig. And it'll be one of the coolest hunts you'll ever do. Google it up, search it up. I've had plenty of my clients report in that they've done that. Had a great time. That guy's still cracking me up in the car. Oh, there he is! Woo! I think he's gonna come over here, man. I think he is. He's gonna try to cross over traffic. No, he's going back that way. Woo! That's hilarious. That's cool, man. Can you just feel the aloha? I can. By the way, there's been a few comments, people questioning, asking, hey, what's it like here for people that come? Is there a negative vibe? Are there, like, you know, go home Holly, or, you know, people not being loving and nurturing and welcoming? I haven't seen it. I haven't heard of it. If you have, you know, report it in, let me know. But I haven't heard of anything to the... I'm going to get back on the beach path, by the way. I'd be very, very surprised. Again, it's usually the very, 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 very small minority of people, the haters, if you will. It's just like when I post a video. You don't see it, but there's always 1 or 2 people that come in with the crazy F-bombs and just all this radical, weird stuff, you know? And hey, if that's you listening right now, guess what? You're going to get deleted and banned from the channel. Just is what it is. I don't put up with it. It's just unnecessary, you know? But it's, again, it's the very, very minority. Of every 100 comments, you know, maybe there's 1. But that's the same thing here, but they have a lot more courage behind the anonymity of a screen of a computer or a phone than they do in person. Matter of fact, in person, I'm going to say they're probably quite cowardly, would be my guess. It takes a lot more bravery to love than it does to hate. Trust me. Just let go of that urge and that instinct and just turn the other cheek and embrace the aloha, especially if you're from here. It's like that's the theme of this entire culture is aloha. So to act otherwise, you know, you're just showing the world that you haven't figured it out. So my message to you is get with the program. Boy, it almost makes me want to start talking about all the riots and all this stuff that's been going on back on the mainland. Disgusting. But I'm not going to go there because this is a apolitical forum for you to enjoy the beauty of Hawaii. We do watch the news over here. We kind of shake our head going, huh, crazy people. Crazy. None of that going on here. Zero. Okay, what are we on, number 9? Man, I'm kind of losing track. Got distracted by that guy in the red truck, man. Woo! Okay, number 9. You're gonna like this one. Seriously, you're gonna like it. How do I know? Because I think I understand my audience members, I really do. And that is, next time you come here, try to make a friend with somebody that is either here on vacation, like you are, and or lives here. Try to make some connections here. Because you know what? You never know what the future holds. And I believe all connections that are made are divine at some level. And all it takes is for us to be a little bold and start that conversation and say hi and, you know, invite someone out for, you know, maybe a barbecue on the lanai, you know, or reach out to that condo person you've seen over the years and you just never said hi. You know, just reach out to somebody. Reach out to an older person. They might be lonely. You know, just reach out. Just say hi. Smile. How you doing? Try to make a connection with somebody. And that's something you can do on Maui. The world to me has gotten disconnected. You know, social media is great, but man, let's face it, it's a lot of thumbs ups and likes and comments and not a whole lot of real relationship going on. So that would be number 9. Look at that paddleboard just sitting there. That's weird. Makes me wonder. Maybe they're down swimming. Oh yeah, he is. He's swimming. Okay, good. Keep an eye out. You know, keep an eye out for other people. Someone's in trouble. We want to help them out. It looks like he's good. And then number 10. I want to show you the shower over here. And this is protected right here by the lifeguards. Thumbs up for Maui County lifeguards. You guys are awesome. Thanks for all you do. All right, I'm going to try to get off the sidewalk here without crashing. Another beautiful, nice restroom here. This is parking area. Oh yeah, quick tip for you guys. This is a good one. You're going to thank me for this maybe. These county parks, they all close the gate between 7 and 8. All of them. See these yellow gates right here? So let's say you're just having a beautiful long walk with your new friend on the beach and you decide to just go way past dark. You're going to come back and you're going to be locked in the parking lot. Seriously. And they don't care and there's no way to get out. You have to come back the next morning at 7 a.m. So there's a, you know, I'm like the parking guy now, but that's your parking tip. Get out of here before 7 o'clock. Basically, as soon as the sun goes down, hit the road or get locked in. This is a great park. I used to come down here when I had my VW van, just parked it right here, put up my solar panels and worked away. It's a great park, good shade. Hey, buddy. All right, number 10, the final tip of the day. What's it gonna be? Drum roll, please. We're gonna end up right where we started. This beautiful beach park here, shower, of course, nice covered areas. Of course, they're all COVIDed up now. You can't use them. But maybe that'll change. And the final tip, or the top 10 things to do, and this is for all my swimmers out there. Thumbs up if you love to swim. Get snorkel gear and go in the water every day and snorkel and swim at the same time. Not snorkel, but you know, you're swimming like you're exercising. And then watch the fish and just completely submerge yourself into that world. Of course, if you're not a great swimmer, you know, bring a friend, have a flotation device, all that kind of good stuff. But if you are a swimmer and you're okay at it, that's a great way to get exercise because the snorkel is easy to breathe. You've got the flippers, very safe. And then the swim, that old Wayne Dyer used to do every day. He would start the very north end of Kanapali and he would swim all the way down. And to me, that's a great way to get reconnected with the ocean. And I guess for those of you that might be too much to do, I understand, but I encourage you to get in the water. And there's so many people that come here and they don't get in the water. It trips me out, like, you know, my grandparents or, you know, and I understand, but you can find little places like this where the water is calm, get out there and let that minerals, that salt water, whatever it is. The thing that really blew my mind when I first moved here is every time I got in that water, afterwards, I got out and I felt 1,000 times better. So anyway, that's my advice to you. If you can't swim it, get in it, soak in it, let the minerals reinvigorate you. And in summary, this is all about the top 10 things to do on Maui that will help bring you back to a place of peace and solitude, good health, and a couple activities as well. So thanks again for tuning in. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thumbs up. I'd love a share, subscribe. Don't forget, please, look at that Maui Food Line video. Share it if you can. Give if you can. And come to Maui if you can. I appreciate it. Aloha. Until next time, thanks for tuning in for your Maui fix. I'll be back tomorrow. I got no idea where, but if you have an idea for me, let me know. I'd love to oblige. Hawaii, right? What more do you need? Till next time, Eric West out.